If I wake up early enough, I can catch the turkeys still resting up in the trees. There's a whole bunch of wild turkeys around here, and they like to sit up in this grove, up in the trees. You know, whenever I find something like this, I always imagine I'll find some stash of hidden loot. Sticks up the bank, you know, old Wild West style, and then buries his cash under a tree. That is a ridiculously optimistic thing to think. They're so hard to get video of. Focus on the deer, not just like the last one, I'm not seeing any treasure chests or buried gold doubloons. What about in this one though? That's easily deep enough to bury some stolen loot. This is a plant called yarrow, or Achillea millifolia. The fun thing about yarrow, it was named after the Greek hero Achilles, who used it to stop his soldiers from bleeding to death on the battlefield. If you pack a wound full of these leaves, or dry them and then crush them into a powder, it'll work about the same as that stuff, quick clot, or Celox. Here's an interesting area, and I'll tell you why. Obviously with all the cabins here, they can't let a wildfire spread through. So this entire mountain is pretty much covered in beetle kill. Without a wildfire to wipe out all the beetles, they just keep killing trees. So the Forest Service, I presume, came through here, chopped down all of the dead trees, piled them up like this. But what that did is make a big sunny swath of land. Mullein, which is what this is, it's an invasive species. Mullein really likes it out in the sun. So the mullein has started to take over this mountainside. There's none if you look up or down this mountain. It's just in this little swath that they carved out. Here's an interesting wild edible. This is known as strawberry blight, or strawberry spinach. It sort of resembles wild spinach in the leaves, but it also has these bright red berries, which are actually very good. Alright, now I'm sort of obsessed. Ooh, these are great flowers. Right. If you never played with these as a child, I don't know what you did with your childhood. Those are some nice colors. Just found some giant puffballs, which I've actually never found here before. It's obviously not good to eat anymore. They've all gone to spores. Interesting find, nonetheless. Alright, here's my gear. Sleeping bag, breakfast for tomorrow, then my tarp, some cords, knife, camera equipment, oh, and bear spray. Bringing bear spray. Alright, I'm off. Oops. And here we arrive at the birthplace of Captain Crunch. Josh, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but you are never gonna live that down. There's so many rocks, you have to be so careful not to twist an ankle. No treasure in here either. This is hilarious. I just found this in the dirt. This is Josh's knife from last time we camped up here. A year ago. And we hooked it up here. How you doing, John?
I feel like a freaking ostrich.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire burning on the mountainside. Sitting on the edge of a cliff, as you do. So I'm just gonna sleep with my flashlight and bear spray inside my sleeping bag with me. I'm not worried about it, but you can never be too careful, so. Good morning. It's 5:15. Get up and go get the food, see what we can do about breakfast. So the mattress idea sort of worked. I ended up digging a hip hole because it was much more comfortable that way. It's not entirely soft, but it's not as hard as the ground is either. Alright, fire's out. 6:12. I'm ready to hit the trail. Let's get going. That's mildly interesting. Nope. Seems like statistically there should be something by now, right? Like, surely there are a fair number of trees that have treasure hidden under them. And here we are. So whenever I go out into the woods, I like to bring back some materials. This time I got a truly ridiculous amount of black birch bark, fantastic fire starter, and I can boil it down into birch oil. I've got some turkey feathers for arrow fletchings, some pine resin for glue, or fire starters as well, and a ton of yarrow. So, that's the haul for this week. You chose a less than prime location for that nest. Do I look pretty menacing? Or do I just look like I have dirt on my face?